second arena function. So here's the randomized tiles function. You can see that it sets a new material to a random item of the possible materials, and if you remember, possible materials was a list of all the possible materials that our tiles could be. And then we see the same loop structure that we did when we initialized the arena. And let's see what it's doing. It's setting a random material. It's setting another random material to a random item of the list of possible materials. So our new material is actually, we want it to be unique. This is our unique material that is going to match the color of the wall. And random material is just a random material to put on a tile. So that's what this variable is for. And then we have a repeat structure in here. We have a repeat while, a while loop. While random material equals new material, find a new random material. So this is just saying, don't let random material be the same thing as our new material, because we only want one unique tile that we have to stand on. And so after it finds a unique random material, one that is not the material that we've already defined here, it calls the update tile function. So let's take a look at the update tile function. So the update tile function takes an XY material, and coincidentally the X and Y are the same X and Y that we've seen before. So we have the same thing that we saw in the arena, the selecting row to update from the arena block locations and selecting the tile to update from the row that we've gotten out of that array. And then we move D, and D was a global drone, to tile to update. So if we're saying update tile 2, 2 with stone, so tile 2, 2, that's going to be this tile right here, and we want to update it with stone. And remember, we stored the location of this, so that's why we're moving the drone to this location, is because we want to update this tile. So all we have to do is tell the drone to span this tile and just place stone. And that's exactly what the next statement is. It repeats 3 times. Drone places a block of type material, which is passed into the function as a parameter. And then it goes right, it places it down, it goes right, it places it down, and it goes forward, and then left 2, and then it repeats itself 3 times. And now we see the same sort of structure where we're storing into a 2D list, and this time we're actually storing into the arena tile materials variable, because we want to update the variable so we know which tiles to take away. So since this might not be the tile that we want the players to stand on, we need to record that in a variable so we can delete the tile later. So now let's go back to randomized tiles. We can see that after this double loop structure was done, we set tile X and tile Y to be random integers from 1 to 3, and then we call update tile again with a random integer from 1 to 3 with our new material, which is the material that is going to be the final material. So that's just saying it's basically choosing a random tile, because we choose a random X and we choose a random Y, and we overwrite that tile, we update it with the material that we want the players to stand on, and this ensures a unique material in that there's only one material. There's only one tile with the material that is going to match the wall color and we want the players to stand on. So we can go back to Arena. So y is going to be 3. It's going to record this, and then at the end of y, it's going to actually move the drone 4, and it's going to be nothing here, but that's okay because we're not recording this. So now this is the reasoning behind moving up 4 for getting on this next row and then going over 12 to get back to the original column. And then it does the same thing, and then it does the third row right there. So now you can see that we've stored all the locations so that we can use them later. So if we go back to the code, you can see that we've stored the locations, and now we're doing some world edit commands. Just the basic pose 1, pose 2, and then some shifting and setting. And I'm not really going to go over the world edit commands. Maybe I will in a different video, but you can do pretty cool things with world edit, and yeah, you can see that from the video. So after the world edit commands, it calls this function randomize tile.